That would have meant the end for many of the animals, creatures for which Mike had by that time developed a strong affection.
It's become pretty much a way of life. I think that Marine World has something to contribute, and I think that was why I didn't take the money and run, as some people have suggested I do when the present Marine World was closing.
To save the park and its animals, Mike fought for an extension on the lease to give him time to raise money needed to move the park. He mortgaged his own house to help finance the relocation, and happily the city of Vallejo did the rest, offering an ideal new park site. You may recall what happened next. The actual transporting of 500 exotic animals in an unprecedented relocation of an entire animal park attracted national attention and turned into a memorable event in local history. But before you can move an animal, somebody has to catch the animal. Even after all the birds have been carefully wrapped in their bags to go, and the elephants have been marched into some trucks with very good springs, there were still hundreds of other animals to transport. So an ocean-going barge that could accommodate a large number of critters was booked for a cruise up San Francisco Bay, a trip that naturally came to be called Operation Animal Ark. To catch the early tide, the animals were loaded at night. They set sail at dawn. The fortunate people that happened to be cruising on the bay that day were treated to a most unusual sight. With the Golden Gate Bridge in the background, the Animal Ark sailed on its way north, safely delivering its unique cargo to Vallejo. In its new location, the park would be owned by the nonprofit Marine World Foundation, an organization Mike created to help educate the public about the animal world and to continue animal research projects around the world. For Mike Demetrios, a funny thing had happened on the way to success. This businessman fell in love with a bunch of animals and with the people who train and care for them. The animal professionals refer to it as getting bit. Well, Mike was swallowed whole.
Having animals like this is a matter of trust. We have a responsibility to learn as much as we can about them and to put that knowledge to good use to better their lives in captivity and in the wild.
All snow leopards are rare, but there is something particularly distinctive about this snow leopard. Next.
The Olive Garden presents personal pasta pairs, perfectly priced at $8.45. Peter Piper puzzles what pasta pair to pick. He can choose his personal pasta pair by picking 2 pastas from 8 particularly popular, freshly prepared Olive Garden pastas, including some new ones. Peter picks penne and lasagna. And of course, the price includes unlimited soup or salad and breadsticks. What a meal, what a deal. So before the party ends, pick your perfectly priced personal pasta pair.
It's an extravaganza, a shopper's bonanza. Stevens Creek Boulevard's Auto Road.
Time is running out. The 94 models are here, and the 93s have got to go. Over 5,000 of them on Stevens Creek Boulevard's Auto Row. 21 dealers, 33 makes, cars, trucks, new, used, demonstrators too. But hurry, these are the last days of the biggest closeout sale in the Bay Area.
Stevens Creek Boulevard's Auto Road.
You've got to figure a country that has salsa every day, at every meal, on almost everything, is a good place for salsa. Which is why Rosarita created new Salsa de Mexico style. Now, the great salsa taste they have there, we have here. Rosarita, the experts in Mexican cooking.
With 2 kids, it was hard to cover all the bills, so we'd pay what we had to and then keep the phone off the hook. When they started calling us at work, it was more than we could take. My husband answered a bankruptcy ad, but it turned out they only typed the papers. And I wanted everything handled by a lawyer who would be with us in court. We couldn't afford to make any mistakes. So I called Jacoby & Myers.
For a free bankruptcy consultation, call 1-800-97-LEGAL. Jacoby & Myers.
Attention, Bay Area 4th graders. We want you to dive into the month of November and take your parents with you. KTVU's Family to Family knows that school can be beastly without your parents' support. That's why we're making November Parents Make a Difference Month. Stop Stop monkeying around and get your parents involved. You could win tickets to Marine World Africa USA or free school assembly. So check with your teachers for details. You could come out a winner and have a whale of a time.
And it's got the back of a cat, and the head is just a little bit bigger. It's got a lot of hair on it.
Teachers have an old saying about how to reach children. It goes, tell me and I forget. Show me and I remember. Involve me and I understand. And that happens every time a class of school children visits Marine World. And for some, like these Santa Rosa students from Whitehead School's visually impaired class, it means experiencing a whole new world.
That's very smooth. Like kind of a rubbery texture.
They're picking up a lot more than we pick up when we touch an animal. They're just more accustomed to finding information out using their hands and using touch than we are, and get a feel for what the whole animal looks like when they're just being able to touch a small part of it sometimes.
The tail feels like a potato chip, and the stomach feels like little squares of glass or plastic.
I think these kids may have an advantage over all of us because they use all their senses, and we're not in the habit of using all of our senses. And they use them to a much greater extent, and it really helps me when I go out with a group like this to renew my interest and renew our interest in our other senses.
The dolphins usually go, and then also they make a kind of a creaking sound. The way the dolphin's blowhole sounds, it just goes, and the whales goes. Whoa, it's humongous.
Now, can you feel those little bumps right there where your fingers are?
What,
Feel some
these?
little bumps?
Yeah.
Now, that's where her whiskers were. You know, all mammals have to have hair at some time during their life.
I thought she had like I thought she was getting sick or something.
No, no, those little where her hair used to be when she was a little teeny baby whale. Now reach out. See, that's his horn. Having kids have the chance to touch Daruba, the rhino, is one of the most fun things that we do here. I mean, the rhino is such a endangered animal. Now, that's one of the main reasons rhinos are endangered, is that horn right there. People think that that has magical powers, and they'll grind it up and make medicines out of it. To have them be able to touch a little baby rhino and see what the horn feels like, and that's really exciting.
He didn't smell very good. And then he didn't. And how he sounded, he goes. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a baby cat. That's what it sounds like. And then his skin was kind of like living sandpaper, only a little hairy.
Being around live animals is not like anything else in the world. I think all kids leave here with a greater understanding of wildlife, and I think it's really important for kids to have that. They need to care about the world and care about the animals. They leave here with such a good understanding of how our world all fits together and how, you know, people and animals depend on each other.
In an effort to reach even more young people with the story of their animals, the trainers have taken them on visits to over 1,000 schools. Since 1979, the School Assembly Safari has reached nearly 1 million youngsters. Each day of the school year, somewhere in Northern California, Karen Povey brings a select group of animals to visit some lucky children.
I really appreciate you staying so quiet. It's real important with her, and you're doing a fantastic job. Snow leopards are really special cats. One reason for that is because of the place where they live. Snow leopards live in the highest mountains in the world, the mountains of Asia. It's very cold there, it snows a lot, and the cliffs are very steep and rugged. Tasha is a very special cat to us. Tasha is special because she was born with a handicap. Tasha was born completely blind. She will do anything that she would do if she could see. So please don't feel sorry for her that she's blind and think she has a hard life. She really gets along great.
Animals and young, curious minds seem to go well together.
About how many of these guys are left in the wild?
Our guesses range anywhere from 1,000 to maybe 5,000 because we just don't have any idea. It's so hard to study them. But the one thing we do know is that they're still disappearing fast because we're still seeing their coats sold in the marketplace all the time.
How long is she from like her nose to her tail?
You know, I never measured her. I guess maybe 6 feet or so.
Tasha full grown?
She's 75 pounds.
Snow leopards get around the cliffs.
Well, they're just completely designed for it. With their big feet help to grab the rocks, and they're just very agile the way they're built. Their muscles are very strong for jumping, all that stuff.
Because she was born with a handicap, Tasha really does have a lot of special needs, and I feel really fortunate that she's chosen me to be her special friend. And for 7.5 years, we've been doing everything together. I've been really helping her through life, I think, and together we really do make a pretty good team.
This is William. He's a blue and gold macaw. This is Barney. And what's your name? What's your name? My name is Turkey. Hello, Turkey. And that's Callie, George, Popeye, Addie, our cockatoo, and the largest of the parrots, that's Caesar. He's a hyacinth macaw.
Coming up later, a retirement home for big cats. And if you think you feel the ground shaking, that's because the dinosaurs are approaching.
How does Healthy Choice create a great-tasting fat-free cheese? Well, Healthy Choice takes out fat by pouring in fresh skim milk so the rich cheese flavor comes through. With less calories and cholesterol. And more and more. None of the fat, a creamy, delicious taste. Fat-free cheese from Healthy Choice. Never settle for less.
You want healthy, shiny hair? It comes from the inside out.
My hair wasn't always so healthy.
Now I use Pantene Pro V shampoo and treatment conditioner every day. Pantene Pro V has special provitamins. They penetrate to improve hair all the way to the tips. So what you get is healthy, shiny Pantene hair.
Pantene Pro V, for hair so healthy it shines.
Don't go another day without it.
Get the new Mazda 626 with dual airbags, an available V6 engine, the best basic warranty in its class, made in America with exceptional style. And if you're in the mood for value, just look at what your Mazda dealer has for you now. We make the exceptional affordable. Mazda, it just feels right.
The phones haven't stopped ringing. People are calling in to try Total Raisin Bran.
We have this great toll-free number.
It's 1-800-OFFER-93. The offer is a free sample of Total Raisin Bran.
So people can see the difference.
And taste it. With 100% of all these vitamins and minerals, it's pretty impressive.
Kellogg's doesn't have 100% of any.
No 100s. That's the total difference.
Call 1-800-OFFER-93 for your free sample of Total Raisin Bran.
Can't beat that.
It's here, it's fabulous, and it's free. You just gotta try it.
Are there gambling systems that pay off? Bob McKenzie finds your best bet to beat the house, starting Monday on the original 10 o'clock news.
A lot of excitement has been generated recently by the introduction of some new animals here in the park. Well, they're not exactly new animals. They're old, very old creatures. And that excitement began when they started arriving here a few weeks ago.
East and westbound on the bridge approaches where it is all clear. So really nothing unusual to report on the freeways right now. Looks like a very quiet day out there. If you spot anything, give us a call here at Metro Traffic. This is Sal Castaneda. Of a truck on the highway with some kind of very large animal riding in the back. One caller said he thought it looked like a dinosaur. Yeah, right. So if you're out there, keep your eyes open. more on that dinosaur spotting, but now a report of a bicycle tire bouncing around on northbound 880.
Good. Push. Push, Tosh.
After 12 years at Marine World, head elephant trainer Dave Blasco recognizes that the park's elephant group is really a family.
That's a good girl. Well, this is Ginny. She's our oldest. She's 54 years old, the grandmother of our herd. Next, we have Judy. She's grown up at the park, been here since she was 3 years old. She's the motherly type, 28 years old. And Margie. Everybody knows Margie. She's our Hollywood star. She starred as the Bantha in Star Wars. She's in her mid-40s. And here's Tina, our most touching story of all. For 20 years, Tina lived in a cramped, caged area of Central Park Zoo. Day after day, she paced the concrete. Her best friend was her old keeper, and when he passed away, Tina became lonely. With no one to comfort her, she was hard to handle and hostile to her new keepers. Tina was labeled a bad elephant. Then, the zoo closed, and all the animals except Tina found new homes. She was unwanted. But when we heard about Tina out here at Marine World Africa, USA, we felt her behavior might just be due to her isolation and loneliness. So we brought Tina out to California to live with all the park's other elephants because companionship was what Tina needed most of all. Now she's with Margie, Judy, Ginny, and all the others, so she's found security in our herd. Her personality has really transformed, and she's put on about 1,500 pounds thanks to all the good food she's getting. She uses that trunk to do everything. She uses it to pick up dirt and throw it on her back, helps protect her from the sun and chases away bugs. She uses it to suck up water up into about here, and then she'll blow the water into her mouth, and that's how she drinks. Elephants are powerful, but they are also very sensitive. They share the same kinds of emotions that we have. You can tell when they're excited and happy, or when they're sad. So Tina's story is really heartwarming. Now that she's with us, we can give her all the attention and affection an elephant needs. I hope in some way we've made up for all the bad years she's had to endure. And I guess it's sort of like every good story. She'll live happily ever after.
If the park's group of elephants is like a family, then the baby of that family is 5-year-old Malika.
Malika came to us from a park in Zimbabwe when she's about a year and a half old. Our estimation when she first came in was probably about 500 to 600 pounds. Right now she weighs close to 3,000 pounds at 5.5 years old. It's a real experience watching an elephant grow up just like a child. They grow and mature at about the same rate, develop at the same rate. She's developed her coordination and her learning ability just the same way a child would. She's a very intelligent little elephant. She learns things quick, and a big part of that is, I think, because she enjoys what she's doing. Like a hold the tail up. In our log area, she learns how to pull logs, how to roll them, how to stack them, how to use her feet in combination with her trunk, and do a variety of different behaviors, as well as work around the big elephants. You can tell that she really looks forward to doing all the different things that she gets to do, learning new behaviors, and I think she really enjoys all the time she spends with people. Working with the park's elephants, it's a real adventure. It's not just one job, it's a real challenge every day. It's like having 11 different jobs, working with each of the 11 different elephants, but each of their personalities is so different. And they're all great.
This is Sandy, at 50 pounds, our largest tortoise. This is Loretta, she's an African leopard tortoise. This is Rosemary, she's a 4-year-old African tortoise. Norma is a redfoot tortoise. She's from South America. Also, this is Naomi, she's a yellow-legged tortoise. That's a rock. Now this is Patty. She's at 2 months old. She's our newest baby. Pretty cute stuff, huh?
The sea lions of Marine World have been enchanting us for 25 years, and next they'll help us celebrate our 25th animalversary.
Ollie, I feel like a big dinner. You find a big dinner that we can afford, and I'll do both our jobs.
Now Sizzler gives you their famous steak and all-you-can-eat shrimp platter for an incredible $6.99. That's a huge savings from its regular $9.99 price. And remember, the kids' menu is just 99 cents.
That was a great meal, Ollie. Say, you missed a spot.
It's here. It's now. It's time.
America's best-selling small car is Ford Escort. And now during the Ford Factory Authorized Clearance, every 93 Escort in stock is a great value. Choose any Escort. 4-door, 5-door, wagon, even the exciting Escort Sport, just $10,499. And they come with air conditioning, AM, FM, power mirrors, and more.
It's here. It's now. It's time to be impressed.
Ford Escort, just $10,499.
Annie, they said, what would you say if we told you Pop Secret test pops over 100,000 bags of popcorn a year just to be sure that we get a full bag that's light, fluffy, and delicious? I'd say good.
Pop Secret perfect popcorn is our passion.
Amazing. These new fundamentals. Outside, it's a crunchy graham shell. Inside, chocolate, vanilla, or peanut butter cream. Whoever came up with fundamentals, I'd like to kiss them.
New fundamentals. Good old Graham made fun.
To make great wines, several key ingredients must be present. Prime vineyards, the best available French and American oak, and the skilled hand of the winemaker. But at Benziger Winery, there is another requirement. Proper attire for the process of cold barrel fermentation. Cold barrel fermentation is what gives Benziger wine such a good balance of oak and fruit and makes them the chosen food partners among people of discerning taste. At Benziger, we've got winemaking done cold.
They are the oldest group of continuously performing sea lions, entertainment veterans with a natural ability to make us laugh.
You know, they have a tendency to flop around, and that's part of the natural life of a sea lion. To us, it looks very funny. To them, no big deal. So they don't have a sense of embarrassment, let's put it that way.
The California Sea Lions at Marine World have been performing for 25 years, and for the last 17 years, the man they most respect is their head trainer, Bucko Turley.
What do you think of your famous trainer, Gunther? Tell me how you really feel. I thought so, huh? First, let me introduce my friend here. This is Artemis, a California sea lion, very special to us here at Marine World. Not only Marine World celebrating its 25th anniversary, he's celebrating his 25th birthday. Is that right? His rendition of Happy Birthday. Is that right? I got you.
This is the big guy here at Sea Lion Stadium. This is Artemis.
He knows we can get away with, and we work as a pretty good team after all those years. Yeah, okay, stop your grinning. With me today, I have two veterans performers. On my right, this is Sultan, and over here, on my left, this is Gunther. Gunther's turning 25, and Sultan's our old man here at 27 years old.
I'm not buying the broken flipper routine, Gunther. You're a sea lion. Get in the water.
How about give me a kiss right here? How about both of them, huh? You two? How about you? My eardrum, thank you. Ready? We talk? All right, here we go. Go play.
Sea lions are wonderfully curious by nature, so to keep them active and alert, Bucko has set up interactive play periods, sort of like recess. During these periods, the animals play with an assortment of toys while Bucko watches for new behaviors to put in a show.
A lot of the behaviors that the animals perform in the show are actually adaptations that the animals have taught us. And oftentimes they'll come up with something that we might find, hey, down the road, that might look good for as a show behavior. So we let them have an innovative session once in a while to come up with something they prefer to do. Is that right? How about give me a kiss? Right. Not whiskers.
Sea lions are incredible when it comes to balance.
We offer entertainment, we also offer educational value to our shows. We like to blend that education along with the entertainment. People learn while they're being entertained.
Oh, look at this, folks. This is one way sea lions have of regulating their body temperature. It's called thermoregulation. They stick that flipper up in the air, blood flows real close to the surface. It'll cool them down or warm them up, depending on the outside air temperature.
And people really don't know much about them. They're often called seals. That's a generic term for the sea lion. This is not a seal. This is a California sea lion. Fulton, pay attention to me. Here we go. I know, you'll work for a fish. Yeah, anything for a fish. It's pretty sloppy today.
What is going on?
Along with the veteran performers, you'll find 2 young harbor seals, Wilbur and Rachel. This is a rarity among performing animals because harbor seals are shy and a lot more independent than sea lions.
And I would like to point out that Rachel is ad-libbing this part of the performance. Stanley! Beautiful backflip. Come on up here, take a bow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stanley!
You'll also find show stealers like Stanley, proof of Marine World's successful breeding program.
Our colony has produced well over 50 pups. That's 50 pups of California sea lions, and many of them have grown up to be performers like Stanley here. So they are quite prolific, and their lifestyle is quite laid back. I think so. He looks all excited, doesn't he? Oh, hello, hello. I guess I have affinity for the sea lions, and I don't know where it is. I can't tell you where it is. Maybe it's I can get up here and I can hold them and I can touch them and I can pet them. I feel they have something for me too. I can look in their eyes. I can see they're intelligent beings. Also, they're always hungry and going to earn a fish reward there. But it's really hard to put into words how you can feel about a creature. It seems like we've worked out a companionship here together.
Over the years and appearances on dozens of television shows, 2 of the most recognizable Marine World personalities were Peter Gross and his 500-pound best friend, Naji, the Bengal tiger. Peter and Naji were together for 17 years as goodwill ambassadors for Marine World and endangered species. 3 years ago, Peter left Marine World to become associate director of a national wildlife organization. And Naji, now a retired big cat, spends his days taking it easy on Tiger Island. When Peter's schedule permits, he returns to visit his old companion, renewing their long-lasting friendship. Next, if you have a preconceived image of the typical big cat trainer, get ready to change it when you meet Ron Whitfield. And still to come, the dinosaurs.
We could go to the pyramids while we're here.
Maybe shopping in one of those colonial towns.
We could take a trip to the fishing village.
After a hard day of rest, it's good to have the evening to relax.
It's supposed to be a beach day tomorrow.
Call today, 1-800-44-MEXICO.
I lost my shoes, I broke my arm, and my socks didn't match. I was as sorry as your average chicken sandwich. And then I tried McDonald's new McGrilled Chicken Extra Value Meal. A marinated chicken breast with Monterey Jack, sweet red onions, and tangy herb dressing on a bakery roll, plus fries and a Coke. Well, my arm got better, my socks both match, and I just found a Rembrandt in my garage.
Coincidence? We don't think so. Try the new McGrilled Chicken Sandwich Extra Value Meal. Further proof that what you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, a 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
Where do more Northern Californians shop for lower prices on groceries? Where else? Because Safeway has more ways to save, like hundreds of weekly specials and money-saving coupon books. In fact, the Safeway Holiday Edition is coming in your mail this week. It's loaded with over $80 worth of coupons and a chance to win a trip to Aspen. So be sure to look for the Safeway Coupon Book for the biggest savings this holiday season.
This kid's growing up alone. His mom's busy working, trying to make a decent living. Every day he's got to deal with things a kid shouldn't have to. Somehow he's got to learn to cope in a world that's moving way too fast. Somehow he's got to learn to survive. This kid needs a man's help. You got a few hours a week for this kid? You got a few hours a week to help him grow up? You got a few hours to give him some hope. He needs someone to look up to. He needs a big brother. Maybe someone like you. Call today, 1-800-2884-KID. If you don't, who will?
This is Samara, an African caracal. She's 10 weeks old and she's been here for 5 weeks and everybody's in love with her, yes. And now I want you to meet a man who has devoted his lifetime to his animals, Mr. Ron Whitfield. Yes.
And now, won't you please welcome the owner and trainer of the cats you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, Ron Whitfield.
As the director of Jungle Theater, it is Ron Whitfield's consuming responsibility to train and care for both lions and tigers. This gentleman's patient training style and his affection for the animals have earned him a reputation as one of the best-known and respected animal trainers in the country.
I may look to an audience or to a person that I'm real relaxed and laid back, a kickback in the show, but I'm really not. On back. Back. These cats weigh anywhere from 350 to 475 pounds, and they can go from 0 to 60 real fast. And so you have to be able to react and move as quickly as possible to prevent any accident, not only for myself but between cats in case they do fight each other.
Serenely! Kimmy up, shame and a lead!
Kimmy, yep. A lot of it's just plain psychological training. You condition them when you first get them as young animals to really respect you, and I respect them.
The very first big cat that Ron acquired was a male African lion he named Zamba. A relationship was to grow between Ron and this very first lion, a bond which would deepen with time. Ron and Zamba entertained millions of Marine World visitors over the years. When Zamba and several other of Ron's big cats became too old to perform, he took them home with him to a sort of retirement home he designed and built on 170 acres not far from the park.
This is Zamba. This is my old boy. He's 17 years old, and he's my baby. He's a special one. We've been together for 17 years. I started working him when he was about 6 or 7 months old, and we've been inseparable ever since. And he's quite the character, aren't you? Woo! Yeah, you're ready to romp, huh, kid? Yeah, you want to get out, huh? You ready, Moose? You ready? Okay. Woo! Woo! Go on, big guy. Yeah, you, huh? That's his favorite thing, is crashing in the grass out here. Just like home, huh? If you'd ever seen Africa, you'd think this is part of Africa, huh, big guy? Yeah, you, huh? What are you doing? Whoa, what are you doing, huh? Huh? Yeah. Whoa, go on, huh?
Soon after these scenes of Ron and Zamba were filmed, Zamba, the first and most beloved of all Ron's cats, died. Ron's loss of his closest companion of the last 2 decades is still deeply felt.
For years in the evening, we'd go out walking, Zamba and myself, alone out in the fields. And being out with an animal like that was such a wonderful feeling, especially a lion, to be able to walk with and be friends with and give him affection, and also have him give the affection back is something that is a feeling I'll never forget the rest of my life. And it's just a wonderful feeling to have known a lion like Zamba.
You want giraffes? I got giraffes right here. We have Francis, Nairobi, Savannah, Megan, Abby, and Mosaic. I've been taking care of the giraffes for about 10 years now. The two little ones were born here. Megan right here is our tallest giraffe. She's 15 feet tall. I'm 5'8".
Okay. This way, everybody.
Loretta, kids, where are you guys going?
It's a secret.
Secret. Secret.
The next time you drop a quarter, roll the dice, play a hand. Remember who's got the edge.
The odds on a 10 spot's over 3 million to 1.
But are there systems that beat the odds?
Oh, I have a system.
You have a system.
Haven't you?
Do you know which machines pay better?
You did it.
I did it.
Ooh-wee.
And what's the best game for you? Channel 2's Bob McKenzie finds your best bet to beat the house. Starting Monday on the original 10 o'clock news. Only on Channel 2.
Salon style and hold. Sassoon style.
It's you in control. It's you going places.
Sassoon stylists around the world insist that styling products mustn't damage hair. Vidal Sassoon styling products are enriched with protein and a UV protectant.
We'll give you the hair.
Sassoon hair.
You take it from there.
Protect it every day.
We'll give you the hair. You take it from there. Vidal Sassoon.
Dodge Caravan is America's favorite minivan.
Why?
Because it's always being improved. This year, both driver and front passenger airbags are standard.
Why?
To meet 1998 car safety requirements. Which is also why Caravan now has additional dynamic side impact protection. And there's an available integrated child safety seat that reclines.
Why?
Ask your mother. Dodge Caravan.
Red Lobster introduces its big combo. 4 incredible seafood tastes, just $8.99. But if that's not enough, there's Red Lobster's bigger combo. 5 kinds of delicious seafood. And if you're really hungry, make room for Red Lobster's biggest combo. Just try to devour 6 different kinds of tempting seafood. Red Lobster's bigger, biggest combos, starting at $8.99. Try one if you dare.
Arrow, the maker of the world-famous T-50 staple gun tacker, introduces the Brute, a complete line of heavy-duty tape measures with non-slip hook, contoured design with easy-to-work lock. For the professional and the do-it-yourselfer, Arrow measures up.
The Men's Warehouse is a fine men's specialty store. We are not a place where you can buy a cheap suit cheap. We are a place where you can buy quality designer clothing at a 20 to 30% discount. I guarantee it.
So what did your parents say when you told them you were going on a sleepover camp out with me tonight at the park? What did they say?
They sort of wanted to go.
Oh, why didn't you bring them?
Yeah, to see
Everybody.
the dinosaurs.
Yeah, see the dinosaurs.
So we can be the first ones to see them tomorrow morning.
And we will be.
Yep,
Be the
I hope
first
so.
ones there.
They're right over the hill, aren't they,
Right
Loretta?
over that hill. We're going to be there.
Do you think we'll
tomorrow.
hear any suspicious noises? What was that?
It was an owl, probably.
Okay.
Or maybe a pachycephalosaurus looking for a midnight snack to gobble you guys up.
Now stop it, Foster. Stop trying to scare us. We're not scared, are we?
Yeah, we're not.
No.
Are dinosaurs really real?
Well, for a long time, people didn't know what to make out of those fossils they were finding all over the world. They didn't know what kind of animals they came from. Then, about 100 years ago, scientists...
Paleontologists, dinosaur experts, like me.
And they put it all together, and that's how they identified the dinosaur. Now, there are other creatures that were not real. Mythical creatures, we call them. Like the unicorns.
And the dragons.
And the dragons. But the dinosaurs, they were fantastic. And they were real.
Cool. And tomorrow I'm gonna videotape them if I can just get this darn camera to work.
In fact, we're finding out about new ones all the time. Guess how many we know about already?
I know, 350. I knew that. Yeah, he's read every dinosaur book there is, but forgot to read the instruction manual to his camera. How do you set the date on these things?
Tomorrow, when we visit all the dinosaurs, we'll get a chance to feel what it might have been like when the dinosaurs roamed the earth 100 million years ago. Just imagine.
100 million years ago. 100 million years ago. 100 million years ago. Hey, where's the brightness control on this camera? What's that? A little alligator or something. Where am I? And what's with that date? 140 million years ago? This camera's goofy. What was that? Yikes! It's a dinosaur! This camera's gone crazy. I'm getting behind this tree. Push one stupid button. I'm looking at a prehistoric monster that's been extinct for millions of years. He's an Allosaurus. One of the biggest of the meat eaters. This has got to be some kind of a very bad dream or something. If he sees me back here, look at those monster jaws and those monster teeth. I think he's turning this way. I'm getting out of here right now. I can't see my hand in front of my face. Oh, there. Ooh, sticky stuff in that plant. Ugh! Look at that thing, it drooled on me. He ought to wipe his snout. Slimy. Those things all along his back. Those pointy-plated things. He's gotta be a Stegosaurus. And those tail spikes, they could do some serious damage. A pond. Uh-oh, just a bullfrog. What's that? It's, a Apatosaurus with all his teeth. Oh, wait a minute. They just eat plants and stuff. He's big, but the really big ones were about as long as 2 school buses. They look like an elephant's foot. I gotta get back to reality. Maybe if I try to reset this crazy date thing again. 100 million years ago, I am definitely gonna write the factory about this camera. An iguana. Looks like a miniature dinosaur. Yikes! Looks like it's dinner time for that dinosaur and his buddy. There may be more. Let me have a deal. I'll try this date thing one more time. Oh no, here we go again. 65 million? Well, at least I'm heading in the right direction. Hello, snake. Ooh, a Triceratops. He'll get as big as a tank, only meaner with his big 3-horned head. The guys are not gonna believe this. My mom is not gonna believe this. I don't believe this. Dinosaurs. Look at those humongous jaws on those things and those ferocious teeth. He's enormous. He's as big as those trees. I gotta try to reset the date on this thing one more time and get out of this nightmare. Wait, in The Wizard of Oz, how did Dorothy get out of there? I remember. There's no place like home. 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 There's no place like home.
Foster. Wake up, sweetheart. Are you dreaming? You forgot to turn off your camera and you fell asleep. There. You can't waste your batteries where nothing's going on, huh? Save up for tomorrow morning to see the dinosaurs, okay? Sweet dreams. Turn your light off.
Every single sober day, I'm thankful I chose St. Helena for help.
Overlooking the beautiful Napa Valley, St. Helena Health Center is the ideal setting to treat alcohol abuse.
I felt such relief, and so did my family.
St. Helena's unique live-in program has helped thousands of alcohol abusers.
I feel alive and hopeful again.
Call St. Helena Health Center in the Napa Valley. 1-800-454-HOPE.
Annie, they said, did you know Pop Secret continually test pops their popcorn? Tell me more, I said. Pop Secret trivia is my life. Well, to provide perfect popcorn, Pop Secret test pops 275 bags a day. That's over 100,000 bags a year, just to be sure that we get a full bag of delicious, light, and fluffy popcorn.
Pop Secret Perfect Popcorn is our passion.
Test popping for perfection, a delicious idea.
Well, I'm gonna get my baby. Gonna head on out of town. Gonna leave my worries. Won't let nothing get me down. Got my baby, got my Wrangler. Oh Lord, it's a good life I have found.
See your California Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Hi, I got this letter from a deputy sheriff. Kiwi strawberry cocktail has become the main drink of all the officers I work with. I love a man in uniform.
We had a down period in the jail one night.
This one is good.
Isn't it? We were bored. I found the address was printed on there.
Where's that address I found?
So I said, what the heck? I'm going to write them a letter and tell them how much I like their product. Most law enforcement officers drink coffee and eat donuts all night long. Some of us drink Snapple.
Snapple's made from the best stuff on earth.
Accommodations provided by the Sonoma Mission Inn and Spa, a mobile 4-star resort located in the heart of the wine country, offering beautiful accommodations, superb dining, and a world-class spa.
The life history of this park is really the story of some remarkable animals and the people who care for them. It's 25 years filled with memories, recollections of our fascination with the animal world. I'm sure you know that the animals in the wild need our help. Think what might be lost to our world if we don't protect theirs. This celebration with these animals reminds us of the joy and the wonder they bring. I hope you'll join me in helping to protect them all.
It is just possible that our fascination with the animals is something instinctive. It goes back, after all, to prehistoric man, who considered the animals magical and sacred. And when you think about it, that makes sense. There is something quite magical in the breathtaking beauty of snow leopards like Tasha. We marvel at the display of sleek power and the extraordinary intelligence of Yaka and Vika. Our eyes fill with wonder at the rare, incredibly colored tropical birds of the diminishing rainforest, like Caesar. The remarkable closeness we can experience with this park's amazing tigers enchant us. And who can look into the face of Jolynn and not be moved? We cannot forget her, or the vulnerable remaining orangutans in the wild. The images of these and all the animals will always be with us. And maybe, if we keep our promise to help save them, Earth's family of living creatures may also endure.